Hey, what's going on? My name is Tommy. I am the owner of a business called Attention Spark. We are a video production slash content marketing agency based in New York. This is my very first podcast episode. I think I'm going to go with the title of Beyond the Niche, which is really going to be targeting entrepreneurs, small business owners, artists, anyone who operates as a business. Really, I would like to use this as a platform to educate potential viewers on how to actually run a successful business. And it doesn't matter what type of business you own. There's a lot of stuff that's under the hood that you don't wouldn't necessarily know until you actually go ahead and start operating as a company. We may talk. I may talk to maybe different artists who operate as their own solopreneur who is really hustling to try to market themselves. I may talk to lawyers. I may talk to small business owners. It could be a barber shop. It could be a restaurant owner. Really, sky's the limit because I think that no matter if you're in any of those industries or any other industry, you can learn from their lessons, and that's the whole point of this. I really want to, I want to be educated on it, but I also want to educate the public on it as well. Maybe create some incentive for people to go out there and really start their own business, motivate people, inspire people, all the good things. A little bit about me. I am a video producer. I'm a filmmaker. I've been producing video content for different clients. For 15 years, maybe over 15 years now. Did the whole film school route, studied screenwriting, creative writing at for my undergrad, and then parlayed my skills over into the business world. Um, so so really, um, I think I'm gonna start lining up guests, but those will be for future episodes. This episode, I really just want to kind of maybe go into the video production process and use this as a platform or as an opportunity to showcase what I have learned in my career. Maybe that you can use this for your business ventures in the future. So, video production and filmmaking is more than just showing up to a location with a camera and press and record. There's a lot more that goes into it. There's three specific phases that you will be focusing on. You will focus on the pre-production phase, the production phase, and the post-production phase. All three of these are super important, obviously, to execute on a quality end product. Um, but I want to place emphasis on the pre-production phase, which is often overlooked. The pre-production phase is where you're going to actually brainstorm your ideas, script out any scripts that you may need, come up with bullet points, do your scheduling, production management, hiring crew if you're going to have a crew. You're going to get talent if you need talent. Really, the pre-production phase is like your blueprint of what is going to be captured on video. Um, Super important that you take the time to actually organize and break down your script so that your actual shooting days will go smooth. The last thing you want to do is to show up on shooting day. Maybe you have some talent there, or maybe it's you're working with a client. You don't want it to go awry, and it can pretty quick because you're always going to be dealing with time issues, and it could turn into a horror show if you're not prepared. So your pre-production phase is everything that you're going to do to organize the content that you're going to be shooting. Your production phase is your actual shooting days. That's where you're going to do your camera setup, your lighting setup. You're going to execute on the plan that you created in the pre-production phase. Where you do your shooting days. You have to make sure that you have all your equipment ready. If you have a crew, make sure they're all organized. Feed your crew, feed yourself, and feed your talent. Super important. It often gets overlooked on small productions. You need to take some time so that people can have their lunch, so they're not starving throughout the whole day. That's super important. Your post production phase is where you're going to be exporting all the content, backing up your content on different hard drives, and then you're going to actually be doing your editing process, your story editing. Now, post production can be super technical depending on what you're doing and what you're trying to achieve. But there's a multitude of software out there that you could use, like Adobe Premiere products or Final Cut X or whatever you feel comfortable editing on a professional realm. There's other things for, like, your mobile phone or your tablet that you can use. It's a little bit easier, but um, for like a professional setting, you're gonna really want to get as technical as you can with your video editing. Um, but yeah, in post production, you're gonna sequence everything. You're going to really trying to align the story to what the script um, you know, displayed, and then what footage you actually have. Your post production phase is often a time where you're going to be able to collaborate with your client, and you can show them dailies, or you can show them a first cut where they can look at what you've done, and then offer any revisions that are necessary for the project. So, you know, producing a video, depending on the video, can take, you know, anywhere between a couple of days to produce to a month or two. It's dependent on the project. Um, it's not that it's not easy. It's not easy, but it is something that is, if you're interested in doing, you need to learn a bunch of technical skills in order to execute properly. Um, and anyone can do it if you really want to take the time to do it. For me, I've learned all these nuances over the course of 15 years, starting screenwriting, and then, getting my first camera, and then learning how to shoot, going out almost every day and shooting, and editing. I've been editing since I was 18 years old, editing old skate videos um, and little short films. But over time, you build up your technical skills, and really, you can, if you put your head to it, if you put your mind to it, you can definitely become a video producer. Super important that you learn the ins and outs of video production, because nowadays video content is it's everywhere. It's the way most people consume content on social media. Obviously, there's other different types of content like blogs, white papers, etc. But video is such a powerful communication tool. And if you can learn this and implement this into your business, even if you start really small with a smartphone and you're just shooting, you don't need anything super advanced, no crazy sound equipment. Even if you start there, it's still better than not starting at all. But you will eventually want to upgrade your skills and try to become the best that you can be with it. And if you don't want to do it, you can hire a company like me or my company to handle those technical skills for you. So this is a short episode. This is my first episode. Again, the backdrop is not going to be like this. This is just kind of preliminary. It's what I'm kind of working in a tight space, but I'm planning on creating a mini studio for myself. So, and for this podcast. So stay tuned for the next one. I appreciate you guys sticking with me for 10 minutes or so. And if you're interested in learning more and hearing more, please subscribe. I know I got probably like 0 followers right now, but I guess you got to start somewhere. I'll catch you.